Hey, what is up, everybody? New episode of the Gaming Chitchat Show. This was a topic that I wanted to bring up for a while. It's an interesting topic. It's one that I think us gamers really do think about. It's like a what if situation. You ever hear those questions where they ask you, what are the top 5 albums that you would bring on a deserted island? Or if you could only bring 3 games with you to an island, what would they be? You know, something kind of like that. And it was going to be a discussion that I talked about on the Pixel Corner. And that question is one console to play for the rest of your life. So you could only pick one console and whatever library it has. But that's it. One console. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. That's a hard question. It's a hard question. Maybe not for everyone, but a hard question for me as a gamer. And, you know, it's a hard question because I play everything. I own a lot of different systems, right? And I guess if you're a hardcore gamer, you know, think about it. How could you narrow, everything down to one? Super NES, Sega Genesis, Atari, GameCube, Xbox 360, Game Boy, Game Gear, Switch, PS4, Vita, PlayStation 3, Intellivision, Coleco, PSVR, even got VR now, Oculus. So, one console. And I thought about this, and I really did. I guess, I don't know if PC too, because now you got the Steam Deck, right? Which can play, it's got like a console form factor that can play PC. All right. But let's take it one step at a time. So, one console for the rest of your life. You can only pick one. Now, right off the bat, I'm thinking to myself, for nostalgia reasons and how I grew up, man, I was a Super Nintendo kid. And some of my favorite games of all time are from the Super Nintendo. Some are from the NES, but a lot of them are from the Super Nintendo. I mean, I love Link to the Past. I love Super Street Fighter Turbo. I love Donkey Kong Country. I love Mario Paint, NBA Jam, Mortal Kombat. They're all on there. So my first thinking would be the Super NES. And then I'm thinking, well, I'm a big GameCube guy. I absolutely love the GameCube. Oh, I love the Dreamcast too. Dreamcast had some great games, but remember, you got one system. Not 2, not 3, 1. So what's going to make the cut? Man, I really love the GameCube. I have a huge GameCube library. What about the Xbox 360? I got some big games on that. And I've spent many hours with the Xbox 360. I've actually went through Xbox 360s where I had to go to the store and purchase a new one because I burnt them out. I had that red ring of death. So, I know it's not a real scenario, real question, right? But you have to answer the question seriously and you have to think. It's a what if situation. So I was thinking to myself, well, all right, what about handheld? Because you got one console that's going to make the cut. You got to think about it. It's going to have to be something that could possibly go with you. You could take it with you. It's going to have a great library. It's going to have great first party. It's going to have good third party support. It's going to have a lot of digital, physical. All right, how about the 3DS? That's got some great stuff on it. The 3DS wound up ending up with a great library. Heck, you could even say that about the Vita. The Vita had some gems on it. But again, no, I gotta have one system. And guys, I gave it a lot of thought, and this is why I probably, if you would have asked me this years ago, I probably would have said the Super Nintendo. Because it is one of my favorite all-time systems, and it always will be. But if I had to pick one system, the best of both worlds, the best of the best, one system, it's got to be the Switch. It's got to be the Switch. It's a hybrid. It's a home console. It's a portable console. It's got a great library. It's everything. You could watch YouTube on it. You could go online with it. You can get digital on it. You can get physical on it. You can get it in tabletop mode. It's got motion controls if you want to play action of sport games. It's got family games. It's got action games. It's got adult games. It's got a wide variety. It's got great first party. And technically, if you want to cheat, you could go back and play Super Nintendo and NES and all those consoles because you can get it from the Switch. So, the Switch is the answer. And if I had one console in the world, I would go with the Switch. Sure. I mean, you could say, well, this and that and the output and, oh man, it could be underpowered for this. But overall, when you look at the big picture and the whole big picture of it all, the Switch has you covered. You can't deny it. The Switch has you covered. And that's why the Switch makes my pick for one console for the rest of your life. I would love to know from you guys in the comments, other than when's the giveaway, I would love to know, what is your favorite console of all time? And if you had to pick, like me, one console for the rest of your life, what would it be? What would you pick if you had to narrow it down to one? And do you agree with me as far as the Switch goes? Take care, guys. I hope to see you again soon. I really do love that system. And I would say maybe a close second would be the Neo Geo Pocket. Or the Wonder Swan.